Hey there, Cancerian community. Soul Tigress here with a story for this wonderful community. As always, just showing up to the table, not sure what's going to come out, but what I'm getting is there is a lightness around Cancerian, and this lightness is being referred to as there's some kind of recognition. Is it into Cancerian's gifts a little bit? I also want to say there's a stuck energy, and because of there's stuck energy, there's a little bit hard time focusing in. And when I was shuffling the cards, I definitely got an image of a single person, a single head, I should say. And I'm wondering if it has to do, or if that is the negative energy that I'm picking up on. I'm not feeling multiples, I'm feeling just a single. Now, let's figure out what's going to come out. As always, guides, ancestors, divine and universal energy has been called in to help the positive messages come out. So, Cancerian community, what is it? Cast away negativity. Finding love. Financial security. Ooh. There's a truth that needs to be learned. You got this card, learn the truth. What is the truth that is needed? What is the truth that is needed, I should say? All right, two more cards. Can I get the last two cards? Here they are. Ooh, I haven't seen this one before. Resilience. And resilience lands on overcome fear. And what I hear is overcome that fear. That has to deal with feeling like somebody's not good enough. That could be the negative energy that needs to be casted away. Finding love could be finding that love within yourself, for the individual that you are, the hard worker that this Cancerian is, because Cancerians are hard workers. Wherever they dwell, they're always looking to make sure they accomplish their duties, their chores, their assignments. But also, if it's a place of comfort, they want to start improving on it. They always want to improve on their homes. Again, it could be a work home. It could be a hobby home. It could be the home. But maybe it's a transformation. Or is it letting go of the negativity? I feel like it's a letting go of the negativity. Because Cancerians, just like a crab, they can hold on to something and hold on to something and hold on. They're holding on to this something because it's either for protection or they haven't learned the truth about something yet. There's something that they're holding on tight to. But it all plays out in the game of life. And again, it builds up one's resilience. So let's dive into the tarot. Let's see what wants to come out for the present, for the Cancerian community. I have a Three of Pentacles that lands in upright. And it falls towards the castaway negativity. And what it lands on is a Three of Swords. In side position as well before it fell down. So you have thoughts that are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on contracts. These contracts are agreements that we've had with people here in this 3D. It could be a work, it could be family, it could be a partner, it could be somewhere that this Cancerian dwells at. But what's happening is these contracts are a part of life. But somehow this Cancerian is not seeing that as a part of the development, because they go back and forth in their thoughts. And I have the Sun card that lands in the side position. They're confused. This is what I'm picking up with side position today, is they're confused with this one on why things are not working out for them just yet, why they haven't been finding this love, this unity, this stability. I thought they thought they already knew the truth. Why is it something different? Why does it always come down to conflict? That's what they're not understanding. No matter how much they try, it always comes down to conflict. And I have the Three of Wands. And I'm not going to lie, the Three of Wands in my lap is going, just turning every which different way. Plus, it landed face down. This isn't seen here. And then I have the Judgment card. And that lands under Learn the Truth and Resilience. And this is in a side position. So whatever this judgment call that this Cancerian has made, after going round and round with the things that they care about, you know, the way that they've built up their foundation. They're still burning themselves though. That's what I'm hearing, is they are still burning themselves. Can I get a clarity card for the Three of Wands? Why is it that they keep burning themselves? What is it about this burning self? It has to do with conflict. What I heard exactly is this Cancerian doesn't trust themselves. They don't trust in the knowledge that they've acquired going on their journey, because this is the Hermit in side position. What I'm hearing is rest. Oh, when we say that, we see all those fall out. So when I say rest, we have the Temperance that lands on the Five of Wands. This Temperance lands in side position. And it's right there on that Judgment card too. And then what we don't see is a Six of Wands. What I'm hearing is this Cancerian feels like they're always dancing to somebody else's tune. They're always dancing to somebody else's tune, and they're not given the opportunities that they feel like they should be given or that they have worked hard for. But what I see is this Temperance inside position, and what I'm hearing is that Cancerian could be in this story fighting divine guidance, divine timing. They're trying to, what I'm hearing is they're trying to make something happen. And it's not ready yet. There's something that's not ready yet. It has nothing to do with this Cancer in particular and how they're coming in and how they're doing the thing. But it's not ready yet. Something is just not ready for them. And what I have is the Ace of Swords. That lands in upright. And it lands solely on that 6 of Wands. Under the financial security. The fertility. That all-in-one outcome that this Cancerian wants to happen. They feel like it's on the back burner. But there's almost a dependency on this particular outcome. That's what I'm picking up. They've attached this outcome to their stability. And because this outcome isn't happening, it has them fearing that they're not good enough. There's something about them that isn't it. And I have the Page of Wands that comes out in a reverse position. That they don't have what it takes to get it done. Or to make it happen. So I'm hearing that's enough of that one. It's time to go into the block. I need to clean up the air around, clean up the energy before we go into the block. This is why I'm shuffling. What I'm feeling is a lot of back and forth. Back and forth in this Cancerian's mind. Back and forth. It would be metaphorically as if somebody's pacing. They're pacing in their thoughts. They're pacing in the foundation that they've built within themselves. How they feel about themselves. How they get stuff done. Alright, are we ready? Alright, here we go. What would like to come out for the block? What I have is a 6 of Wands that lands on the 3 of Wands inside position and the Page of Wands in reverse. And it's not all the way in upright. What I hear with that is Cancerian feels left out. They see how others didn't have to face the same battles that they're having to face. And I feel like Cancerian is in there like, I've been in the crowd just like everyone else. I've been working hard just like everyone else. Yeah. Overcoming the fear. And I have a 6 of Pentacles here. That lands on the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Overcoming the fear of not being able to have that control into how you can build your outcome. Wow, I didn't even mean to throw that down, but that kind of threw itself down, and I feel like that's where Cancerian is very upset in this story. I've put in the work. I've built up my stability. I've built up what I've been doing. I didn't just sit around and waited for somebody to give me a handout. I've been doing the work. Why am I still getting breadcrumbed? Why am I not having this control over the direction of my destiny, the direction of the outcome that I see to happen, or seeing that it should have happened. Anything else that would like to come out for the block? Oh, this is interesting. It's a direction. A direction that isn't happening. And this direction isn't happening because a rebirth hasn't happened yet. We're going about it the same way, expecting different results. That's what I hear. Going about it the same way, but expecting different results. The same way could even be a mind concept. It could be the routine of things. Changing up one small thing in the routine can change up the vibration and the way that you're going. All right. And as you've seen, that went way over there. We have a 6 of Cups. Not a 6 of Cups, an 8 of Cups. Why am I saying 6 of Cups? Excuse me, Cancerian community. We have the 8 of Cups that lands way out on its own. What direction does this Cancerian want to head in the emotions? How do they want to feel? How do they want to understand themselves? How do they want to build up their stability? How do they translate what they're stuck on as the lesson of overcoming this fear and building the resilience and having that rebirth within themselves to get to that new direction? Anything else want to come out? I have a Hierophant that fumbles out onto the Hermit. 6 of Wands. And the Ace. What I'm hearing is the Hierophant has to do with traditions. And what I'm hearing is forget the routine. I heard actually F the routine. F the traditions, because what that landed on is the Knight of Wands. It's time to take your passions and go in that direction of that rebirth. How it is that this Cancerian wants to feel about themselves, think about themselves, head off into what they're passionate about. Oh, about self, about this, about me, about I. That sounds very, very, very selfish. That's not very selfish. You have your back. You have your back to the fullest. That's the way it goes in life. Now, how much of a support system are you going to be for yourself? Are you going to leave yourself to get tossed under the bus by others all the time? Or are you going to sit there and hold yourself steady? And changing that vibration within a small routine, it can be something as simple as, and this is just an example, showing up to the workplace and making sure to tell everybody hi at the beginning of the day. Making sure to tell everybody have a great day at the end of the day. You're not doing that for them. You're doing it for you. What you're doing is you're putting yourself out there in a positive direction. Because if you always go into something with anticipation that it's always going to be negative, then that's always what you're going to attract. If you go in there with the anticipation of being uplifting, being one that's welcoming in that new day, welcoming in your co-workers, then you're going to get something a little bit different. There might be some clarity that comes in. That's where you may learn the truth on something. And what I have fall out is the 5 of Cups. what it is that you want to keep, what it is that you don't want to keep. What fits you, what doesn't fit you. What needs to come in. And this new thing added, how can it help build your cups? How can it help build your emotional stability? The 4 is a cardinal one, so that's going to be Cancerian. Cancerians help bring in the summer season. How are you going to help bring in your peak of self? Okay, because you can help bring in the start, but then it's keeping that momentum, establishing a good routine. I'm hearing one last card. All right. What is it that wants to come out for the block? I have a King of Wands in side position. That King of Wands, well, both want to come out, so we'll take them. Lands on the Sun in upright, or an upright in reverse, excuse me, and the 10 of Swords in reverse. This Cancerian's biggest block is they feel like they can't be themselves. They feel like because they haven't achieved whatever they have attached to these contracts that they're dealing with, that outcome, they feel like it really has something to do with them. All right, so let's go to the Unicorn Oracle. I mean, let's break it down, Cancerian, and anybody else who's watching. It does have to do with self. I mean, I'm going to be forward. I'm a forward person. Let's break it down. Let's break it down in a safe place, though. This is a safe place. It does have to do with yourself. But it doesn't have to do with yourself, the Cancerian in this story, in just a negative way. Because what you're seeing here is how this Cancerian feels like they're not showing up. They're not able to express their full self. When you're in a place where you can express that inner child in a positive direction, opposed to that inner child being hindered, you're in a safe place. But what I'm seeing is that's not happening. You feel like somehow it comes down to the core of you. That's the problem. And that is the problem. It's just that thinking, though. It's not the actual reality of those thoughts. It's how those thoughts are making you feel. That makes me sad. That makes me very sad. All Cancerians that I interact with, always learn something from them. They've always been very compassionate people. And they're one of signs that are driven to really try and make the best of what they have. To move, how do I put it? They make the best of what they have, but they are able to do it because they're so creative. They're so creative, they can see it from two different ways. Because remember, a crab can go in the water and they can come out the water. They can go on both surfaces. So they see two different sides. Plus, they see an even broader picture because they are very gifted. And sometimes when you have blocks up to those gifts, you still get those messages incoming, But the way they're being filtered out is it's taking it out on the Cancerian in particular. And I feel like doing the stories within the elements and releasing them like that is because I feel like each element and all the signs within that element are running at a very close frequency in how they're dealing with things right now. So I'm saying that because Cancerian, I don't want you to feel like you're out on your own with this. You're not. There's a lot of others who suffer from their thoughts, how they feel about themselves at the core. You're not the only one. But that's a part of finding love. It's finding love with yourself. Being able to look in the mirror and think that you're this really awesome person. As above, so below. Not only projecting it outwardly, but again, having that same sensation, that same feeling inwardly, and it be solid. What is the truth about you? What is it? Like, really get down to the nitty-gritty. Are you as horrible as you think you are? Are you as not compassionate as you think you are? Because the Cancerians I know are very compassionate. These type of gifts don't have to be ones that hinder you. They don't. Alright, spirit guides. What needs to come out for the universe oracle that will help this block for this Cancerian in this story? Breathe. That's what I heard there, is breathe. Could be some nice breathing practices to help bring in clarity of thought. In order to get into that new direction that you're wanting to grow, its expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. How strong you are. How compassionate you're driven. How high you want to really fly. And how high you want to take the things around with you. Trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. The scariest part about making changes is the first step. The first leap. But again, you have these strong wings. You have this strong intuition. It's there to protect you. It's there to guide you. You have built yourself up to be a strong person for a reason. Think about it. If you've been dealing with situations that takes endurance, not everybody has endurance. Especially if you built yourself up from the bottom. And the last card we have here is discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. What I hear is don't over-explain yourself. Don't over-explain your visions. Don't over-explain your goals. You can talk with that stuff with people that you know are within your close circle. I'm talking about people that... Ooh, this is a great metaphor. So there's certain types of people that you will let so far into your home. Think about it. There's only certain people that you will let up to the door of your home. That could be delivery people. for example. There are certain people that you will let into your home, but they will only go as far as, say, the front room, the living room, or the kitchen. Those could be neighbors. Then there's certain people, such as friends or family members, that you will let into the bedrooms, that you will let wander your home. This is going to be the same with that discernment. Don't let everybody in. You can let them in up to certain points, but not everybody who's in there is going to respect your home. And they can do it in different ways. It could be even from using what you have in your home to cast judgment against your character. This is your metaphoric home. So this could be information that you're sharing too. But they can use that all as judgment. If they're very low frequency, they will use what you're saying and they will twist it. You got to remember, some people you can't please. And that's just it. And with people that you can't please, what I've read before when it comes to dealing with intimidating energies is you start to slow down. Don't feed into your anxieties or your nervousness, and come back into yourself. Fill yourself out. Take breaths. And when it's time for you to talk, you know what? You don't always have to give an answer that reacts to them. One thing is, you can give an answer that says that you heard them, that you hear what they're saying, and this is what you're hearing. And what can happen is you can slowly let them start to fill in the blank space. A lot of times when a person is having anxieties or they're nervous, blank space between conversation or silence between conversation can make them nervous. And when you have an energy that keeps looking for that, when you start to give them more blank spaces because you're not listening just to react to them, you're listening to hear them, that throws them off. It really throws them off, and they can't keep jabbing at you. And you can give whatever reasoning you need, but you don't need to over-explain it. Understand that the reasoning you have could be coming from a compassionate view. The reasoning that you have, you're allowed to have because it's a different view. We're allowed to have our different perspectives. Nobody is perfect. Nobody follows the same manual to life that we all should think this way. No, you're an individual. You're an individual for a reason. And you know what you need to do? You need to dance. Move your body to music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dreams through dance. Dance because you are an individual who has been through it. Been through the darkest of night and still risen up. And right now, we're going to dance through this person who's activating that shadow side a little bit. And that shadow side, again, it has to stem in the thoughts and the emotions of how this Cancerian feels about themselves. But just knowing prosperity, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Now, if you've seen some of my videos, I speak on currency as it can come in many different forms, not just money. This could be emotional intelligence currency. This can be intellectual currency. This could be stability currency, or it can actually be coin currency, money. But when you start to change your vibration and how you're doing things, you're going to start to see how things change and what gets rippled back to you. All right, let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards. No, actually 1 more card. All right, last card. What is the last card for this Cancerian community? Oh, some are jumping. Let's see. What? There they are. You get 2 cards. So this falls under resilience primarily, and a little bit of learn the truth. Balance. Take time to relax. Indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. I'm not going to even expand on that. That is a direct message right there. Learning that truth. Building that resilience. And creating that safe space within that you can feel comfortable in yourself. Hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Well, you started from the bottom, now you here. Started from the bottom, and look at, you even brought your team up here. Remember that. Remember that. Like I said, Cancerians are always the energy that tries. They really try for the things, places, people, hobbies that they care about. Don't forget that. Take some pride in that. Really fill out who you are, Cancerian, in this story. And cast away those thoughts that sit here and they're saying that you're not this, you're not that, you can't do this, and guess what, you don't deserve that. That's a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bull, because right now you do deserve it. What's happening is you're stuck in divine timing. And the divine timing says you're not ready for your next gift. Divine timing says you gotta work through some stuff first, because if you want this next gift to come in and be more than what you have now, you gotta do a little work. There's something here that you gotta learn. And it's saying that it's within. Learning how to support yourself. Learning how to be your hype man. Learning how to feel that love for yourself. Alright, Cancerian community, don't forget to thank your angels, guides, ancestors, divine and universal energy for all the positive messages that came out. Remember, you are amazing. And don't let anybody tell you different. I'll see y'all next time.